And we were like, you gotta meet this Darwin guy. He's so good at sales. He was like, he just couldn't believe he walked in the door and you had already gotten a deal before he got back.
Yeah, it was the Florida deal.
Yeah.
I think I was actually, I forget who it was. It was either you or Jesse, but you guys gave me a price to get the house for it.
Yeah.
And I came back and I'm like, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Now we have to sell it.
Yeah.
Who knows anyone in Florida? Pick up the phone.
Exactly.
Oh.
That became our business model for years.
Good stuff. Well, guys, welcome back to another episode of Beers and Stories. I'm Darwin. This is Danielle Crowell. Danielle, tell everyone hi.
Hello.
Yep. So Danielle actually is a co-owner of highestcashoffer.com. I worked there for a couple of years. Great crew, great company, learned a ton, and it took a while, but I finally stalked it down and got on the show. So thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, like I said, you know, this is always kind of free form, and I don't even know if I've ever gotten the full story from it. But like, how did you get started in real estate? Right? Everyone's got like that. I got started X, and I know you and Jesse knew each other from a restaurant.
Yeah.
Which is a long way from real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So how did all that happen?
Well, yeah, Jesse and I were working at a bar, at a Mexican restaurant, and I was kind of just graduating college, and I decided that I wanted to do real estate. I wasn't sure how I was going to get into it, and I ended up meeting this Israeli investor. I don't know if we ever talked about him in front of you.
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, I've heard that name, Nick.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the mysterious Nick.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So
So tell me about Nick.
Nick, he was living in LA and he was traveling to Arizona like 5 days on, 2 days off, 5 days on, 2 days off.
Wow.
Like, he had a family there and everything. So
Okay.
he started, I met him, I came in and I'm like, okay, well, what am I going to do here? He didn't really know. He had no files. He had properties he didn't even know he owned. So I kind of came in and I was
Wow.
like, yeah.
When was this?
2011?
Oh wow, so back in like the depths of the recession.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
This guy's just coming in and basically pillaging everything.
Exactly. I mean, we were buying homes for like 15 grand that now are selling for 115 grand.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Jared and I were looking at my spreadsheet that I had going back then
Yeah.
because I used to pay attention. We would buy properties and then sell them and then buy them back and then sell them and then buy them back. We did them like 2-3 times.
How did you do all that?
We just had a lot of money and we just went hard. And they, I mean, the properties were selling for nothing.
Sure. Yeah, at that point in time.
Yeah.
In 2011 here, you could basically take a bag of quarters and go buy a house.
Exactly.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so you meet Nick.
Well, so Nick was like not organized, and I was like, okay, well, I'll come in and I'll organize everything.
Okay.
And then it got to the point where he couldn't like I knew everything, and he was like, I think you got it. I'll come less and less. So, you know, he'd be here 1 month every 3 months, and then then I just kind of ran everything. So I got into the construction, just got my hands dirty, and figured everything out. And
No kidding. That's
it's
amazing.
not the conventional way to learn, but.
No, but I mean, clearly it's work.
Yeah.
So that is too cool. I've never, so bartending in a Mexican restaurant to
Yeah.
running the real estate portfolio.
Yeah, and then Jesse was like, give me a job, like, and he
Yeah.
was living with me at the time.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah, he was living with me because like he broke up with his girlfriend, so he was like, get me a job. So I kind of brought him in and he started. I don't even remember. He turned one of our vacation or homes into a vacation home. So
Nice.
that was his job.
It's a good job for Jesse, though.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be good at it. Wow. So, and how long did you work for Nick?
Till 2015, so like four and a half years. Yeah.
So a while. Okay.
Yeah, his family was like we would fly out there and then we would go to their kids like bar mitzvah, stuff like that. We were pretty close. And
Sure.
Lauren lived with them when she moved to LA for like a couple months.
Oh, she did. All right. Very cool. So do you still keep in touch with Nick?
Not really.
No?
I think when I wanted to start doing my own thing, it was like kind of a scary thing for him. And so
Sure. Absolutely. Is he
Yeah.
even still in the business? Do you know?
He actually started a business called Hummus Republic, and it's a franchise restaurant.
Sounds amazing. I
Yeah,
would eat there.
and it's amazing.
Is it? Are they
Yeah.
here? Or just LA?
No, not yet. LA.
All right. We'll have to go sometime.
Yeah, it's bomb.
Hummus Republic.
That's kind of
Write
his
that
focus.
down.
Yeah.
Okay, I can get down on some hummus. So, about 4 years working with Nick, and then tell me, and I love talking, because I talked to Jared on another episode of the show, and I always love to hear everyone's different take on it. So, how did highest cash offer come to be, right? Because I remember, like, when I first started there, we were at your dining room table,
I know.
right? Your kitchen was all torn up, like, banging on cell phones.
Yeah.
So, how did you guys get all that together and get started?
Well, Jared kind of had a month or two head start on us. He was mailing out stuff and kind of doing his own thing. And then Jesse, Jesse's the king of bringing people together. So he's
very much so.
Bugging Jared, let's try to partner up. I've got this investor, and you need to meet her. And
So Jesse introduced you to Jared.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I don't think I ever did.
Okay.
No.
So Jesse's
Maybe
like,
I heard, but that's.
But the
really
funny
awesome.
part is, he was like, you got to meet my investor. So Jared's like, okay, this 50-year-old lady or whatever.
And then you walk in,
Yeah.
Jared's like, oh boy.
Yeah. So he's like, okay, I'll partner with you. So that's
Too
how it
funny.
started. And I was working with Hillary at the time.
Okay.
On a flip, and we were trying to figure out what we were going to do together, and then the four of us ended up just saying, let's just partner on this. This will be a side project for bringing us deals to flip on the side. Like, we weren't sure where it was going to go.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
Jared
just-
has a website.
Let's just throw it up. Let's throw it at the wall and see what sticks.
And it stuck harder than anything else that we all had going on, so it became the main focus.
Wow, that is really cool.
Yeah.
Because I remember meeting Jesse and Brian, and they brought me in, and Jared was out of town or whatever.
Yes.
So.
And we were like, you got to meet this Darwin guy. He's so good at sales. He was like, he just couldn't believe he walked in the door and you had already gotten a deal before he got back.
Yeah, it was the Florida deal.
Yeah.
I think it was actually, I forget who it was. It was either you or Jesse, but you guys gave me a price to get the house for.
Yeah.
And I came back and I'm like, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh God. Now we have to sell it.
Yeah.
Who knows anyone in Florida? Pick up the phone.
Exactly.
Oh.
That became our business model for a year.
Yeah, no, I remember it well. So, too cool. So, Nick, and then highest cash offer.
Yep.
So, so when you started taking over for Nick, you guys were buying properties and renovating them and reselling them,
Yeah.
or were you just flipping them like wholesale?
Well, our business was, we would go to the auction. We had some guy at the auction that we would have.
Downtown?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
exactly. So he'd be at the courthouse, and I remember he'd be calling us, can I go up? And we'd be like, oh, 15 grand, that's too high for this house, like stuff like that. And
Wow.
so we were picking up 5 or 10 a day. And then I would,
5 or 10 a day?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I would get my car and I would go drive out at like 3 or 4 in the morning because we'd get the list like late that night.
Sure.
Go look at the houses and pick the ones we wanted to get. And then,
Get out of town.
yeah, and then we would buy them and then I would go back and I would kick in, or I'd knock on the door. And a lot of these times you're buying homes with homeowners in them, or you don't know what you're going to walk into. So we kicking in the door, figuring out what we're looking at here.
Danny, couple years out of
Yeah.
college, like
Trust
licensed
me.
to kill, boot to the door.
I was so naive, no gun, no nothing, just little me with my clipboard.
Wow.
Yeah.
Certain neighborhoods with clipboard get you further with gun, so other neighborhoods not so much.
Yeah, I don't know if I was very daunting, but anyway, so we would buy them, and then we had these guys who would do flips. They would turn them in 2 days, 3 days, and not flips. Okay, we get them rent ready. So,
Okay, so like we call it the CPA remodel,
Yes.
right? Carpet, paint, appliances, go.
Yeah, like not even paint, like not even
Really?
appliances in most cases. It was
Just
just
clean
go.
them up and.
People were losing their homes and they needed to get rentals.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
So did
so-
you ever do any like rent back deals, like keep the people
We
rent
did.
the home?
We did. We did. We used to do it. It wasn't really all that like on the up and up. We would buy them and then we would finance them back to the owners.
Oh yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah. So we did a lot of that. Then we did renting them back. And
So would you guys sell the notes off?
we would sell the homes off in packages. So
Gotcha.
we buy them for 15, put 5 into them, put a tenant in them. It was rented for $800 a month, and
Sure.
we'd sell it for 60 grand
Yeah, that's a great business
to
model.
Israeli investors.
Of course.
Yeah.
Go Nick. So, wow, that's amazing. You get to have that
Yeah.
experience. Talk about.
I didn't even know the reality was not there at that time.
Yeah, you didn't even know what you were doing.
No.
But, I mean, we're talking like that is basically the Navy SEAL school of real estate
Yeah,
investing.
I
right?
was very lucky.
Yeah, that's an incredible experience. So, where did you meet Nick at the restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
Lesson learned. Definitely wait tables after college. Oh.
I know. And you know what? And I didn't even know what I was talking about. I remember I started working with him, and then I was sitting there at the bar bartending, and I was talking to this Australian guy who was there to buy homes, and I was telling him about it. I didn't even know what I was talking about. Like I was like, well, I'd like to go out and look at some of these homes. And like the first week I was with Nick, I sold him 2 homes. And I did not know what I was
Selling
talking about.
homes from behind the
Yeah,
bar?
exactly.
Oh, Danny, that's incredible. Wow. What a crazy... So that must have been I was not in Arizona then.
Yeah.
I was still back east. That's just... It sounds like such a crazy time, right? You literally, you're from where? Iowa, right?
Wisconsin.
Okay, so the Midwest, nice little white girl from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
you're meeting an Israeli property investor and selling homes from behind the bar to an Australian in Scottsdale. That happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure I had that story straight.
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What a crazy time.
I mean, really, I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't know what I was selling. I just knew that these were deals people wanted to get their hands on.
Yeah, absolutely. Unreal.
If we would have been marketing to homeowners like we're doing now, and if I would have known the things I know now back then, man, and had the money.
I joked with Jared too. I said, if we get another crash, like, I'm gonna kick in your door. I want to follow. That's all I want. I'll stand in the corner. Like, I know what the stakes are. Next time there's a direct, like,
just gotta be liquid.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know? Wow. So fast forward a little bit now. Highest cash offer. So you guys, we had Jared on here. Tell me about kind of the iteration of like how that company went, like how you guys kind of started the dining room table.
Yeah.
Right. Still an incredible time. Right? And then moved on. We had the Miller office.
Yep.
Right. Jared told the cat lady story, by the way.
Oh, that one. That's a good one. That's when we decided you need to write a book.
Well, this is my version. Right?
Yeah.
I don't have the attention span right now, but yeah, the cat lady story. Actually, Jesse talked about it too.
Yeah.
I mean, God, that one was tough. But we had some other ones. Auburn, New York. What was that lady's name?
Oh, that lady. I was so afraid of her. You remember that?
I do. But she would call me and scream at me.
Renegotiating is like the worst thing in the world. And you know what? I still own that property.
Do you really? Oh my God, you rent it out?
No.
It just sits there?
It just sits there.
Oh,
and you know
no.
what? So we got into contract on that house. Like a week ago. And I get this
right
paper.
now?
Yeah.
Oh
I get this paper that says owned since 2015. I'm like, oh my God, that's depressing. And we bought it for 20.
Yeah.
And I'm selling it for 28, and it's cost me at least that to hold it.
Oh, completely. Not great. And then what was the other house you guys had? Where was it? Aho? You still have Aho?
Oh my God, that was another bad one. No.
So Aho's gone?
Aho's gone.
I don't think I ever. So how did you originally acquire these Ahos?
It's like a repressed memory.
Bar beer is great for dragging this stuff out. This is a safe place.
That's a one. I don't like to cancel and I don't like to renegotiate. And I just want to I can buy it and figure it out later. It's kind of what I was.
No wonder you hired me. I love renegotiating deals. It's my favorite thing in the world.
Jared wants to bring you back to renegotiate.
Yeah, he called it Chief Haircut Officer. I'm like, sign me up, man. I'm in.
You're good at it. I'm terrible. I have to leave the room when other people are doing it.
Really?
It's just not my thing.
Yeah. No.
You know?
You play to your strengths, right?
Yeah, unless something's materially wrong or different with the house, like I just hate it. So.
Sure.
But.
Right. So Aho's gone too. You got
Aho's
that one?
gone. I'm trying to think of some other good ones.
We had a bunch. I mean, I can't I swear, those whatever it was, 2 years at highest cash offer rate. Like, if I can't pull a book out of that, I'm doing it wrong. Right. Okay.
We should have been better about documenting them all, but I bet if we went through a list of all the properties, we could think the story on every single one.
There's got to be, Podio's got to be laying around somewhere. And just go through like, you remember that one?
I've got them all, like every single property.
I believe it.
Well, we can go into St. Olivia.
Oh, wow. Yes, that's a great point for this, right? So, backstory for those of you who don't know, so St. Olivia's in Las Vegas, right? This is a pretty expensive home, and I managed to get it under contract. When was that?
It was 18 months ago.
Oh my God. So 18 months ago, and this deal just smelled to high heaven.
Yeah,
right?
It was, well, yeah.
So it was fishy, right? Like something was good. The sellers were a little weird.
Yeah.
There was a whole bunch of weird paperwork. So tell me how that actually concluded, because I have not heard this yet and I am fascinated to hear.
Okay, well, you want the back end?
Yeah.
Okay, so, to start, we got into contract, and then I got a call a couple weeks after we were in contract. You guys weren't able to get a hold of the sellers, and all of a sudden I hear it's on the market. So, yeah. So, what was it? We called the sellers, they won't answer, so we just plowed the title. And then,
I remember you coming to my office going, what's going on with this property?
I remember being like in Palm Springs and being like, what's going on?
Yeah, maybe you were out of the office, I just forget. All right, so we plowed the title.
So we plowed a title, and then so whoever was on the title went to close, and they couldn't because we were on title.
Yeah.
Well, then she plowed a title, so now we were in Cloud Wars.
The other broker.
Well, we found out later that the woman who was on title had a purchase contract and a listing agreement. And it turned out that she went in, she got the contract on it, and she told the sellers that she needed to get a listing agreement because she was licensed.
That's super shady.
Which is so shady. That's not true. I mean, you can do direct to homeowner acquisitions all the time.
All day long.
Yeah, so we get on that three-way call with her. Were you there for that?
I think so, because I spoke to this person in question several times.
Because I'm like, if anyone can talk this lady into taking a settlement, it's her, or it's you. And we couldn't. She was nuts. Remember, she was like, remember all the videos we saw on YouTube? This lady was crazy.
What was she? She called herself a light worker.
Yes.
I had to Google that. I didn't know what it was. I'm like, what is a light worker? And it's like, she reads spiritual energy and auras.
She does like selfie videos, and like, you know how they have like a thumbnail, and she just like looks crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. Because the stalking skills went into play. I'm like, all right, who is my enemy on this deal?
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, God, she wouldn't take a settlement. I think she wanted like 60 grand or something like that to go away. Well, fast forward, we're like, well, we're not going to settle for that. We're going to litigate this, or we'll, hire an attorney. So attorney sends a demand letter. That doesn't work. Attorney, we file like litigation. So on her.
I remember part of that, and then there was also the lender was involved.
Yes, the lender, Bob.
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah.
Bob, like, he's a slightly sketchy, like, hard money guy.
I like him. He, at the end, turned out to be a great guy.
He was. I mean, I told you I took a phone call from him like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was when I was texting you.
I think I was in Europe or something.
You were somewhere, and my phone rang, and I kind of recognized the number.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So this is Bob. Oh, God.
This story, I mean, this is the worst thing. So
I feel like we need a whole whiteboard. Just be like, here's the soap opera.
Yeah, this is the flow chart of what happened. So, anyway, we get into litigation, we win. She has no claim, it says specifically, she has no claim to the property stemming from a listing agreement or a sales agreement.
Sure.
So,
Beautiful.
She goes and appeals it. Which then we win. So then it's done.
So now we
won twice. Then she turns around and she countersues the streets, the sellers, to perform, to pay her, or whatever. Because of all this litigation, she appealed, I think it was like 7 times.
7?
Yeah. She lost every time. She has gone through 3 attorneys, and now she just hired a 4th. She's still fighting it.
Are you serious?
Yes, I just found out.
Oh my God. So how did you wind up? You told me you closed recently. Mm-hmm. So how in the world did you pull that off?
I found a title company. We got a final order, and that was like, no appeal, no nothing.
Yeah, go away.
Yeah. And as we were getting ready to close, I get a notice that they're going to foreclose tomorrow because of taxes.
Oh, that's right. That's what Bob called me.
Yes.
It was like $700.
It was. It literally was like $1,200.
Oh my God.
So,
it's $1 million home.
Yeah. So anyway, I pay the taxes. I'm like, Bob, I'm going to pay you your arrears. He refused to take the arrears. He's like, I just want to be paid in full. I'll postpone it a month. So he postponed it a month.
What a great guy.
We closed the day before the auction. The title lady was driving the check herself to West Dog.
Get out.
Yes.
She actually had to physically deliver it?
Yes. And she was so good for doing that.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, I mean, it was like full speed ahead to the end there.
God, I'm glad. I feel like a lot of these episodes that I've done with you guys from the highest cash offer days, like a lot of them start out with, well, Darwin got this property under contract, and 18 months later,
and then I figured it out.
We're still yelling at someone about it. It's like a theme. Look, you told me to get the deal, I got the deal.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, now we own it, and like now we have to flip it. So I just found out literally the day after we closed that the pool was unpermitted. Done unpermitted.
Oh God.
So it's literally like we're getting fined $100 a week for the pool. This property is just.
Oh my God, that's a nightmare. I literally just sent them that offer on the whim.
Yeah.
Jared's like, yeah, sling it at him. Okay. No.
No wonder they took it.
Yeah. And here we are 18 months later.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I'm glad
I learned a lot.
you got it closed. No kidding. Now you have a law degree in addition to a real estate degree.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That is incredible. I'm glad that one's done.
Yeah, me too. But you know what? I feel like in our business we have a lot of, like, God, I'm glad that's done.
Sure.
You know? Like, I'm trying to think of some other ones.
Yeah, a lot of them do get high stress. And there was that one, Oh, there were a couple of others that were pretty bad. You remember the hazmat suit guy? Gabe in Vegas?
Yes.
Yeah.
What was that property?
That was, I forget the name, but we sold it to Paragon, right? And I sent Brian out there. Brian calls me up and he goes,
Everything's stolen.
he goes, dude, there's no ACs, and the guy answered the door in a hazmat suit. It's like, like, is this Breaking Bad? Like, is Bryan Cranston? Like, knock, knock, wall, like,
Uh-huh.
But yeah, that one, I got some heat from the Paragon guys over that deal.
Yeah.
They still have it, actually. They're finishing up reno, but like, the guy just trashed the place.
Oh, really?
I mean, he sold off both AC units. Not one, two AC units. And then was in there, I don't know, like cleaning a television with a toothbrush or something when they showed up. Yeah, and I think the final days of closing, he had to go to the park to use the free Wi-Fi at the park to call Tanya and sign emails. I mean, it was just,
Oh, man.
it's like, oh my God, just get this thing closed. We're right back to this. Like, I inked another deal, and now everyone's mad. Oh God.
We've all gotten ourselves into some doozies.
Oh, for sure. So what's shaking these days? I heard you guys are moving into Houston market.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
How's that been?
We're doubling down in Houston. It's been, I mean, the returns out there, you know, rentals, like,
Sure.
it's so sexy when you can get something that you buy for, let's say 88. You bought one for 88 and it rents for 1,800. It needs like, it needs like 20 grand. So yeah, so
That's
it's
awesome.
You don't see those types of returns here, and so. But the thing is you deal with different stuff down there. You've got the flood zones, you've got like
Mold, all that kind of stuff.
You've got like different types of dirt, like in areas that it's like no-go zones. Like you just learn these things.
Mississippi was that way growing up. We had, so there's a river in Mississippi called the Yazoo River.
Okay.
And there's a type of dirt in Mississippi. I learned this when I was coming out of the construction business. It's called Yazoo clay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Yazoo clay moves. So like you can build a house, you pour a foundation, and then literally the dirt moves, and then that foundation cracks, and you've got like a house in 3 pieces.
Yep.
And that can be a very expensive lesson, because I know a couple people have gone into Mississippi. Like, oh my God, these houses are great. You buy them for 90 grand, you're $1,500 bucks, but then you don't have one house, you have 3. You have 3 smaller homes.
Well, that's what we learned doing, business in all these different states. Because like all of a sudden you run into like, don't buy a house, without a foundation, like a slab. Some of these are built on
gears.
Yes.
Yeah.
And like we don't know.
Yeah.
It's got a crawl space versus a basement versus it's just like so many different.
all the technical stuff.
Yeah.
I guess I wouldn't have thought about that.
Oh God. Well, when you get stuck with them.
When you hold the property for 2 years in upstate New York.
When you buy a mobile home and it's not tied down, and you learn that that happened to me.
The converted thing.
Yeah.
That'll get you badly. Wow. So Houston's been good. And you guys are just doing rentals over there?
We just bought one that's going to be a flip, but God, I mean, Houston's amazing. It's like, kind of reminds me of how Phoenix was back in like 2014, like not 2012 or 13,
Sure.
but like 14 when it was kind of,
Still,
not as
pricing's
crazy.
still reasonable,
Yeah.
but you can get stuff done.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So how'd you decide on Houston?
Because, the flooding and everything.
Oh, because there were so many homes that got damaged.
Yeah, when
Makes sense.
right after the hurricane, we went down like a week after.
Oh.
Yeah, it was sad. But we kind of were like, let's just see the opportunity. So Jared and I flew down there, and
well, I mean, at the end of the day, you're fixing the place up.
somebody's gonna have to do it,
Absolutely.
And so we haven't bought anything that's flood damaged because that's just I don't want to go there. But
It's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I was on the coast of Mississippi 3 days after Katrina, back in 2005, doing construction, and it's really sad to see what happens. It's one of the reasons I love living in the desert. Like,
no.
I'm not gonna have a hurricane.
Maybe you saw the weather.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a thunderstorm, but like it's the massive wall of water coming out of the Gulf.
Totally.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
So very cool.
Yeah.
And then I know you've got something else up your sleeve. But what's the future hold? Where are you guys going with all this?
I don't know. I mean, Jared and I want to acquire more homes than I even want to say because it's like.
Dream big. This is what you do.
Exactly.
You literally used to sling homes from behind a bar in Mexico.
Yeah.
Restaurant,
And then we just did, a $4 million home on Camelback Mountain. So.
Oh yeah, Whitegate's all done.
It's done, but it's not sold.
How's
Nothing like hitting the market in the middle of the summer.
Oh my God, you just got it listed?
No, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Yeah, this is a tough time to sell it.
Yeah. So, but it'll sell. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Jared actually showed me a couple of pictures. That's really cool. So were you in charge of White Gates?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest project you've ever done, right?
By triple.
So what made you decide to get into that?
I had 3 construction projects that went so bad because of one contractor, and I know I can do it, and like I wanted to like just, and I saw the opportunity. The construction project actually wasn't supposed to be as big as it was. I just kind of, when Mitch and I got in there, we were like, oh God, we need to do this right, and that's double what we originally thought.
Double.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, we really, I mean, Mitch was awesome to work with, the guy that we hired.
Sure.
Kind of partnered with him, so we had something to gain from making sure to keep it on budget, on track.
Yeah, those big expensive ones can go sideways in a hurry.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do another big one like that, but I would definitely do like a big multifamily with him or something like that, and like live work type of development.
Call me.
Yeah.
I'm in. Yeah. I actually got down the rabbit hole of solar energy and like all this stuff now.
Okay.
And I was explaining this to Brandon yesterday, but the business model that I've developed at the office, which we're going to do on these apartments, is uber efficient, solar powered, all utilities included. And man, the tenants line up out the door.
Wow, and it doesn't cost you very much at all.
I mean, it's solar. Like, your air conditioner is powered by the sun in Arizona. Like, good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the power bill is $20-something. I mean, what was the last power bill you paid at your house?
Expensive, $650.
Yeah, right. So, you think about a tenant or in a live workspace, like, when you take the swings out of business or life, people love it and they'll pay a premium for it. I mean, I've got a waiting list at the office right now, tenants.
Awesome. That's hard to take an older building like that and turn it into energy efficient.
I can do it. I got the proof. So, yeah, that would be a really fun project, actually.
Yeah.
And people really dig it. You know, they're like, hey, what? I'm in. So,
Jared and I are talking about doing some sort of like commercial space where you kind of not sublet, but you rent out small like units in there, and then you have one main area, and then like press coffee in there or something like that.
Yeah, like a WeWork.
Is that in Tempe?
There's a WeWork up in Scottsdale, and there's another one called Desk Hub. They're like co-working spaces.
Okay. Well, we want to occupy it too, so we want it to be like, marketing firms, not tiny spaces, but like bigger.
Sure. We were actually at one. We did another episode at a place that's way out in Gilbert. It's this giant Quonset. You know what those are, like the half circle buildings.
Okay.
It's an old design, like Second World War. It's basically like half a pipe, but the pipe is 60 feet tall. Right?
Okay.
And it's this giant building. It's on this kind of urban farm collective out there. It's really cool. And the family owns it, and there's all these little like mini business spaces. There's a brewery lot like this. There's a pizza shop across from that, and then there's like a marketing company. There's a company that does like custom paper goods. So you can get like stamped embossed stationery.
Oh, wow.
There's a gunsmith. There's like a guy with a CNC machine making machine parts.
Where is this?
It's way out in Gilbert, like south of.
Well, that's what I want to do, but in Boss's Pizza, like in that location.
Yeah. Anything would be better than Boss Pizza.
Yeah.
Because
there's
their
nothing
pizza
there
was
anymore.
so good, and their service sucked.
Well, they're no longer.
Oh, I know. We were there. So, but yeah, that would be a really, really fun project.
Yeah.
And I feel like
stuff like that. Like I want to do, some stuff like that that's not on the path but we definitely want to acquire just as many rentals as possible.
Sure.
And then like 1031 it into
something
a big project.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right, you got to give me at least a couple management stories. I love these.
Well, we had 7 fourplexes that we bought on they were sub 2. So we put like 50 grand down on each one, 7 of them.
Where were they?
They were on Cactus and 22nd Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sunny Slope.
Yeah, it was, Sunny Slope's nicer, right?
Parts.
Okay, it's like really not nice.
Yeah.
It's next to a QT that they had like a drug bust every week.
Yeah, I know where that QT is.
Okay.
I looked at a 6-plex up there. I passed.
Well, we bought this place fully rented. We're like, we got a performing place. We got in there, but it's at 7 times 4, 28 units. I evicted 27. Yeah.
Oh,
so I learned how
landlording.
I learned, a lot there, how to evict for sure.
27 out of 28.
Yeah, and the one we didn't was a Section 8 because we couldn't. But when we evicted, I mean, the bed bugs. The bed bugs from here caught on all the way over to here, and so we had, I mean, every issue you could imagine. The roofing, the AC was in the roof, in the ceiling, so it would drip onto the floor, so we would have buckets in every single unit. The CapEx didn't exist because Nick didn't want to do any CapEx. It was just all R&M, like, along the way as things happened.
Welcome to the business, Danielle.
Yes, and here I am knocking on every door. The property manager lived on site. Okay.
Oh, it's one of those deals where you like give them a free apartment and say collect the rent, and then they don't do it.
And then turns out this guy used to be like trafficking, like not trafficking, but he was the drug provider for the whole place. And I think.
Things you don't learn in the pro forma.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. So you had to evict the drug kingpin who wasn't collecting the rent.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
And then Nick hired this guy off like this, I swear he was homeless, to manage the place. Because he's like, well, we'll give him a place. He lived for free, but we didn't have to pay him for the management. Which is, that's beyond.
Yeah, that's a really bad idea. Just in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm no expert, but wow.
So
you have a free homeless guy in a unit managing the rest of your investment.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, placing tenants and it was just and he was like the electrician. So then we had like places using the electrical from like one building to the other, you know, like and the water and like there was hoses. It was just the worst investment.
You bought a crack shack.
Yes, we did. Yes.
So whatever happened to those?
They sold after Nick and I were no longer working together. Yeah.
Wow.
I think they bought them for like $275 a piece and sold them for $350. They had zero cash flow the whole time though because it all went into, you know, it was bad.
And I know that can get a lot of people. You know, I had this discussion with my family yesterday over this fourplex we're getting because it's trashed, right? Like the insides are beautiful, right? The guys put some money into it, and the inside, the outside of the building does not see a hammer or paintbrush. It's a great administration, right? It needs it, and you know the plan we have is like the office where you get in and you bite the bullet, you spend the money up front, and you're done. Right? So you guys, I'm sure you're doing that in Houston. Right? Like if it needs an AC, if it's kind of old, it's gone. Put a new one in.
But it's not going to last 5 years, and you're going to have people, you know, going in there.
Service calls, and it's amazing. Wow.
We're finding in Houston though, like we have to go in that $88,000 house. They're like, you need to replace the plumbing, like all of it.
Wow.
Yeah. So
are these older homes?
Well, we're trying to buy newer homes, but like they're galvanized plumbing, and like in Houston that just doesn't.
No, it doesn't work anywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't work here either. Oh.
So we're finding.
So you're learning a lot, but at least you're not
surprises.
putting homeless people in management positions anymore.
Exactly. Well, I'm trying not to manage anything in-house anymore.
So you guys have got a contracted property manager out there?
Yeah, a really good
guy.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's very good to hear.
He's taking care of everything, even like our rental turns and everything. He's managing it all.
No kidding. Very good. How'd you find the property manager?
Jared found him. You know Jared. He's on
he found him down. I guess I get a ton of that because I've got some other videos up about landlording and management and all that. Probably one of the more common questions is how do you get a good property manager? My answer is good luck. Or I guess you just hire Jared. There's the answer.
No, Jared. No, not Jared. No, but you hire somebody that. So like Jared knew the owner of the whole company, and they're in multiple states.
Gotcha.
And so we hired him, or we just told him, bring us your people for Houston, Vegas, and Phoenix, and he did, and they're all awesome.
So you guys are doing buy and holds here in Phoenix too?
So we're doing a lot of sub-twos.
Okay.
So buying.
How are those working?
Amazing.
Yeah.
They're like the best things ever.
Sean Terry is big on those. He loves sub-twos.
Well, he flips sub-twos, but he wholesales a lot of them. He doesn't hold them.
Yeah, he does. I know back in the day, so I was talking to Brandon about this, his model was get a sub-2, he would hold for 36 to 60 months, and then sell it.
Oh, wow.
So he would do the, sub-2 it, rent it out during the sub-2 period, and then clean it up after the renters were gone, and then sell it.
Yeah.
To get out of capital gains, I'm sure.
That would make sense. We just come in, we give them, $5,000, we take their note,
Sure.
pay off their arrears, and then you've got, you know, something you can put a few, like if you buy newer homes, you know, put a few grand into the carpet and paint, and then put a tenant in there, and your payment's like $1,000 and your rent's like $1,300, and
basically it handles itself.
Yeah, and with these older notes, it just
yeah, you should probably get some pretty good interest rates.
yeah, exactly.
The loan I just had to take on these apartments was not 3%.
Yeah.
It was not.
Really? Well,
Yeah, and stuff's starting to creep up. So there's a new program which you guys might be interested in. So it's lease-based financing for rental properties. So if the written lease covers PITI and you've got 20% down, you can finance it, whatever it happens to be.
DTCR.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess DT is in commercial they call it DSCR, debt service coverage ratio.
Oh yeah, DSCR. Yeah.
But it's DSCR-based residential financing.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but you know, conventional. I think the last conventional loan I looked at was like 5.65 for non-owner occupied, and I had to pay 6.375, which isn't. I mean, it's a 480 basis point difference.
80%.
Yeah, that's 80% LTV.
Great.
And I mean, the deal works fine, right? Like, am I going to retire off one fourplex? No, nobody does that.
Yeah.
But it works great and they're quick. Like, they can get them wrapped up in 2 or 3 weeks.
That's good.
And it's 30-year fixed money too. Because that's what the commercial stuff scares me, because it all resets in 5 years. Like 2022, I've got a refi coming out for 6 figures. It's like,
Oh,
you know,
really?
Yeah, all commercial is like that. Apartment
Like-
loans are the same way.
Like balloon payments?
Yeah, it's structured as a 5-1.
Oh, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Like when you were talking about
Yeah,
how
it's
you were
a
structuring.
5-year interest rate lock, and then they either balloon or refinance at the end of the 5 years. It sucks because you never really pay down that much principal.
Right.
Because that first 5-year period, it's all interest.
Well, that was my point with the sub twos. Like, think about sub twos. If you're getting them 15 years into the seasoning, which is what we're doing.
Wow.
I mean, even if it's zero, no cash,
You're stacking equity.
you're stacking equity. Yeah, exactly.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Man, Jared, was that your idea or Jared's?
We came up with it together.
Cute answer.
We whiteboard on sub twos.
Yeah, no, that's good. I didn't think about that with the seasoning on the notes.
Oh, that's why sub twos are like our favorite thing in the world.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. So how long have you guys been messing around with sub 2s?
Like 3 months.
Yeah, going well so far.
Yeah, I think we've got like 6.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, no, we got one in Vegas and the rest are here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Phoenix, man, the buy and hold stuff here is getting tough.
Yeah, we won't buy anything but sub twos here.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, we bought one and then I was like, let's just flip it to let's just sell it.
Yeah.
Because it's not as good of a deal as a sub two.
Yeah, the single family, I mean, sub 2 makes sense. I have yet to find a way to make them work unless you just go straight to the hood. You know, I mean, multi-works, right? Multi-units, you can make that work, kind of.
You can't get too many of them. I mean, good for you for finding, multi-family.
You know how I did this. We got them in escrow, and then I hammered them like a tent peg. I mean, it's the only way they work. You know? I mean, they're asking $100,000 a door for a crappy C-class that hasn't been maintained.
Right.
Like, okay.
And then you got them down in escrow?
Another 16 thou.
Well, that's good. I mean, as long as they don't have another buyer, like, lined up.
We have 2 backup offers. So, you know, you just tap, tap, tap. I'm not scared to renegotiate like you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's that's been really the only way I can figure out how to make it work.
Yeah.
Is you have to have multiple units, right? Diversification.
Yeah.
The single family stuff, yeah, sub 2 makes sense, but other than that,
Yeah, exactly. Same.
very cool. Well, I hope everything goes great for you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stop by the office one of these days. and see
Yeah,
what
you
we
gotta
got.
come see it. It looks a little different than it used to.
Yeah, I heard some walls got moved around.
Yeah, we
you
had
know?
to make room.
Yeah, you and Jared had to shack up offices too, and you know, I'll make it all
Well,
happen.
you know him. He hides in his little
He does.
cave.
Is my little broom closet still there?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
But
yes.
you know what? It's a storage now.
It's storage. Yeah, no, I know. That was my office for the record. I was in the storage closet next to the Wi-Fi router. So, if I get cancer, it's probably why. So, but yeah, no, I will definitely come by. And
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming by today.
Yeah.
I'm not happy to come back on you, but
No, thanks for having me.
yeah, absolutely. So, guys, thank you again. Hope you learned something today. Again, this is Danielle Crowell. If you need to get a house sold, don't call me, call her. She'll buy it from you. And thank you for watching Beers and Stories, and thank you for being
Thanks for having me.
so, absolutely. Let's think, Lala. Are we fired? Yeah. Okay.